Hi, my dear students. So, good morning to one and all. So, let us welcome to the political science class session. The second unit of political science is the medieval political thought. So, here in medieval political thought, there are two important personalities who contributed their ideas, their thoughts, their philosophy to the Indian political thought. So here in our last class we have studied about the ancient Indian political thought. But whereas in this concept, in this chapter, we will completely focus about the medieval period. So you have an idea about the medieval era. What is which is called as medieval era? So after 5th century BC to approximately 1453, this period is called as a medieval era in Indian context. So here in this period there are n number of Indian philosophers are contributed to the concept of political thought. But in the curriculum frameworkers are given only two important personalities such as Basava and Ziauddin Barani. So let us discuss in detail about the Basava. Okay, so who is Basava? So here the Basava is a 12th century philosopher, a social reformer, and we can call as a activist. So he contributed his ideas to the concept to develop the political awareness among the people. So hence is called the Basava called as a uh, academician, a philosopher, social reformer, and as well as activist. So he is not confined to a particular aspect. So he has given his contribution to the entire society, to change the society, to bring changes in the society. So that is why Basava is called as a philosopher. So he is one of the most important person in medieval South Indian philosopher because he is belongs to a Karnataka state. So Karnataka state, he born in Karnataka state and he influenced with the Karnataka politics. So in Indian literature, in Indian medieval literature, a number of philosophers are there. But from South Indian point of view, the Basava contributed his ideas to political philosophy. So he belongs to 12th century. Now it is 21st century. So he contributed his ideas in 12th century AD. So he fight against the caste system. So in those days, in 12th century, the entire society is in a very pathetic situations. In those days, the caste system is very much practiced. So in that situation, he has tried to eradicate the caste system in the society. So the caste system is high range in those days. So that is why he has given his ideas, his thoughts, his writings in the form of writings to the society to uh, to to mobilize the society. He tries to mobilize the society. So in those days, the generally the medieval period is called as a blind period or dark period. Why? Because in that period, particularly in the medieval era, the society is blindly followed the religious activities, all over the world. The entire world is dominated in dominated by the uh, Christian religious activities in medieval era. So that is why it is called as a dark period. So in the dark period, the blind beliefs are followed by the people blindly. Irrational faith was continued in the society. So that is why that medieval era is called as a dark period. So in this context, the Basava tries to light in the dark period with his writings, with his activities, with his mobilization in the society. So that is why he is tried to light, or is tries to bring the light in the dark society, particularly in Indian point of view. So almost the caste system is very dominated. uh, Roots are there in India exclusively. If you compare to other countries, the caste system is highly dominated in Indian point of view. So he tries to avoid, he tries to eradicate the caste system. He tries to mobilize the people over their democratic politics. So he is enlightening the people uh, from the religious from the religious to a political point of view. So he is trying to fill the gap between the religious and the politics. So that is why he is called as an ancient political philosopher, ancient social activist, ancient social reformer. So like this, he has called as in various dimensions. So in 12th century BC, with his ideas, he is tries to introduce, or is tries to explore the concept of democracy among the people. So up to 12th century, up to his observation, the people are following blindly to the religious activities. They don't know what is politics, how we have to behave in politics, and who have to rule us, and how what is the role of religion. So he has cleared the concepts. So hence the people were mobilized, and they try to know the differences between the religion and the politics. So and he never criticized the religion, but he explained to the people with his writings that the politics are different from the religion. So the religious politics which are continuing in the society, he break down. So he mobilized the people, he enlightened the people, he suggested the people to think over the contemporary politics, and he avoid the caste discrimination, social evils in the society. Then Basava brought a kind of social reform in the society with his Veerashaivism. So he followed Veerashaivism. So with his Veerashaivism, he tries to bring the change in the society. So that is why he is called as a social reformer and social philosopher. So sometimes uh, various social reformers are there, like Ambedkar. He also fight for the against the caste system. So before Ambedkar, the Pule and Basava, and there are many uh, the Basava contemporary philosophers are there. They are tried tried to mobilize the people. So then that is why the Basava is remained as a role model to the modern era. So he is fight against the caste system, his fight against the gender inequality. He introduced the Anubhava Mantapa. So that is why he is became a role model to the modern era like Ambedkar and Pule. So if we observe the life sketch of Basava, so Basava was born in the year of 1131. So Ingaleshwara Bhagewade. So the Ingaleshwara Bhagewade is at present in the Bijapur district of Karnataka. So he was born in a Brahmin family. So even though he is born in a Brahmin family, he tries to evaluate the equal society, equalized society. He tries to eradicate the gender inequalities. He tries to avoid the social inequalities in the society. So even though is Brahman family, so that much of commitment he has over the society. So his parents, Basava's parents were Madarasa and Madalamba. So Madarasa and Madalamba were the parents who loved him very much, but he loved the society. His parents loved him and he loved the society. So he rejected the scared thread wearing ceremony at Upanayana at the age of 8 years. So according to Brahmin orthodox or traditions, the Brahmins used to wear a thread on the body, so it is called as a Upanayana. So the religious activity which is most important activity in a Brahminical childhood life, but he rejected it. No need of thread. What is the use of thread? I want to change the society. I want to bring the equality in the society. So from the beginning he has that kind of attitude towards the change over the society. So his parents somewhat disappointed over his activity, but later on they came to agree. So then in his life, three places were most important because, for example, where he born. So Bhagyawadi, he born in Bhagyawadi. It is very important. So he established Anubhav Mantapa in Kalyani Chalukya. So it is also most important. And Kudala Sangama. So he was where he was passed away, where he was spent his end days, is Kudala Sangama. So these places are most important. So the concept of Anubhava Mantapa is like an voluntary organization. It's like for example Buddha also started a kind of organization to encourage the democratic politics. So like Buddha, Basava also tries to form an organization called Anubhava Mantapa. So this Anubhava Mantapa is an individual like an voluntary organization. So in this voluntary organizations, he welcomed all the people irrespective of their caste, so irrespective of their religion. So he welcomed each and every person who are interested in Anubhava Mantapa to change or to bring the social change or social equality in the society. So he somewhat he concentrated on gender equality. So, in those days, in the contemporary of Basava, the woman was treated very unequal to the men. So, hence, the Basava is tries to bring the equality in the society as well as gender equality. So, he encouraged the woman in all aspects, social, economic, and political aspects. He encouraged the woman. So, this is about a little bit introductory part about Basava. So, listen carefully and write down the notes if possible. So, if possible, let us continue in the remaining concept in next class. Okay, bye, take care.